In my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base.
But the point is, what is your problem? She is a phenomenal, phenomenal talent and an even better person. I happen to have met and did an event with Caitlin Clark. I think she's wonderful.
You know, we had her face on a serious matter that happened in this world, and it's unacceptable, honestly.
WNBA players, in my opinion, they are sending a clear message to Caitlin Clark. We do not want you in our league.
And yeah, there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it.
Imagine this. You're Caitlin Clark, the new face of the WNBA. You're bringing in tons of new fans. ESPN says viewership is up 170%. Then boom, Alyssa Thomas hits you with racial comments. Now Thomas is suspended and the whole league is turned upside down. What's going on behind the scenes? Here's what happened. Alyssa Thomas, an 11-year WNBA veteran, made racist comments to Caitlin Clark during a playoff game. The league didn't waste any time. They suspended Thomas right away. Now the WNBA is in total chaos. Fans are shocked, players are speaking out, and everyone's wondering what's next. This isn't just about Thomas and Clark. The whole future of the WNBA might change because of this. How? Well, the league is at a crossroads. They're growing fast, but now they're facing a huge test. Will they crack down on player conduct? Will fans stick around? Let's break it down and see what's really going on. While the league grapples with its future, let's rewind to yesterday. Alyssa Thomas was on top of her game, a WNBA icon. Today, she's suspended and facing major backlash. What caused this respected veteran to snap? Alyssa Thomas, an 11-year WNBA veteran, was the kind of player fans looked up to. She was killing it on the court, racking up wins and earning respect from everyone in the league. But in just one moment, everything changed. So here it is.
We don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us racial names.
So you see this girl, Caitlin Clark, and this is not her fault. It's not her fault. What she doing is stepping on the basketball court and playing. It's certainly not the fault of players that are competing against her. They did nothing wrong.
In my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base.
We all know what this really is. It's an attack on Caitlin Clark.
Now, do I think that WNBA players deal with racially charged or racially insensitive criticism on social media? Sure.
Or someone from Connecticut who doesn't like you because you're a whiny victim 24/7.
In the NBA, voting is not anonymous. Yeah. So I would love for the WNBA to make the voting so we see who put the votes where.
Thomas is in the middle of a heated playoff game. The energy's high, the stakes are higher. Then, out of nowhere, she drops racial comments on Caitlin Clark. It's like a record scratch moment. Everyone's thinking, did that really just happen? The WNBA didn't waste any time. They suspended Thomas faster than you can say foul play. Thomas claims she's never faced racial comments in her entire career, so why is she suddenly the one dishing them out? Thomas said, "In my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments like from the Indiana Fever fan base. It's unacceptable, and honestly, there's no place for it." Wait, what? Is she trying to blame the fans for her own actions? And then, Thomas goes on to say, basketball is headed in a great direction, but we don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us racial names. Hold up. Is she seriously trying to flip the script here? The WNBA has been blowing up lately, and a lot of that's thanks to Caitlin Clark. She's bringing in tons of new fans, and ESPN says viewership is up a crazy 170%. That's insane. But with all this new attention, the pressure's on for everyone in the league. Thomas seems to be feeling that heat. She's calling for action, saying it's uncalled for and something needs to be done, whether it's them checking their fans or this league checking. But here's the thing, isn't she the one who needs a reality check right now? It's like Thomas forgot everything she stood for. 1 minute she's a role model, the next she's suspended for the very thing she's complaining about. Talk about a plot twist. So now we're left with a ton of questions. What's gonna happen to Thomas's career? Will fans forgive her? And how's the WNBA going to handle this mess? Thomas isn't the only one in hot water. The WNBA's facing its biggest test yet. With fans flooding in and drama heating up, the league's next move could make or break women's basketball. What's their game plan? You'd think the WNBA would be riding high right now. I mean, ESPN says viewership is up a crazy 170%. That's insane. But this Thomas incident, it's like dropping a bomb on all that progress. The WNBA has been growing fast. More fans, more attention, more everything. It's like they're finally getting the spotlight they deserve. But now, they're in the hot seat. The league didn't waste any time suspending Thomas. They were like, nope, not on our watch. But that's just the start. They're talking about getting the police involved if things get worse. It's like they're saying, new WNBA, new rules. But here's where it gets tricky. The WNBA's gotta walk a fine line. They need to show they're serious about stopping this kind of behavior, but they also can't scare off all these new fans they just got. It's like trying to juggle while riding a unicycle, not easy. It's not just about Thomas and Clark anymore. The whole league's under the microscope now. Every player, every game, every tweet, it's all fair game. The pressure's on like never before.
Connecticut Sun forward Alyssa Thomas and Indiana Fever coach Christy Sides both called for the abusive comments toward W players to stop during their respective post-game news conferences following game.
Caitlin Clark's the most valuable, most important person in the WNBA this year.
Caitlin Clark's the wrong face for this league because her fans are so racist.
I don't care. I don't think Caitlin Clark's going to care.
We all know what this really is. It's an attack on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's the wrong face for this league because her fans are so racist.
This could actually be a good thing for the WNBA. I know, sounds weird, right? But think about it. If they handle this right, they could come out looking stronger than ever. It's like they're saying, we're not just about basketball, we're about respect. Here's the million-dollar question. How far will they go? Are we talking fines, longer suspensions, maybe even kicking players out of the league? The WNBA's got to decide how tough they want to be. It's not just about the players. The fans are part of this too. Remember what Thomas said about the Indiana Fever fans. The league's got to figure out how to keep the energy high without letting things get out of hand. It's like they're trying to throw the wildest party ever, but without any party crashers. So now the WNBA's at a crossroads. They can play it safe, or they can make some big moves. Either way, things are about to change. The next few weeks are going to be huge for women's basketball. The WNBA's drama is hitting fever pitch, but one player's keeping her cool. Caitlin Clark came to play ball, not politics. Now she's caught in a whirlwind that could make or break her career. Will she crumble under the pressure or rise above it all? Caitlin Clark stepped into the WNBA like a breath of fresh air. She's not just playing the game, she's changing it. ESPN says viewership is up 170% since she joined. That's not just good, that's game-changing. But now she's in the middle of a storm she didn't create.
There's an easy way. The league doesn't have to get involved. The Indiana Fever don't have to do something to get you away from social media. Put your phone down. Don't download the apps. Don't engage. Caitlin Clark's the wrong face for this league because her fans are so racist.
Honestly, it's been a lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base.
No one cared about your league before Caitlin Clark.
Imagine being in Clark's shoes. You're the new kid on the block, bringing in fans by the thousands. Then bam, a veteran player drops racial comments on you. It's the kind of thing that could throw anyone off their game. But Clark, she's not even flinching. While everyone's talking about her, Clark's staying quiet. She's not firing back on social media. She's not giving fiery interviews. Nope, she's letting her game do all the talking. And you know what? Fans are loving it. Think about it. In a world where everyone's got something to say, Clark's silence is like a slam dunk. It's powerful. It's professional. It's exactly what the WNBA needs right now. But let's be real, this can't be easy for her. The pressure's gotta be intense. Everyone's watching, waiting to see how she'll react. Will she crack? Will she lash out? Nah, not Clark. She's cool as ice on the court, and she's bringing that same chill to this whole mess. This whole situation might actually make Clark even more popular. Fans are seeing a young player handle a tough situation with grace. That's the kind of thing that turns good players into legends. Clark's not just handling the pressure, she's turning it into fuel. Her performance on the court, it's getting better. It's like she's saying, you want to talk about me? Fine, watch this. And the fans, they're eating it up. They're not just cheering for her baskets anymore. They're cheering for her character. It's like every game is a statement. This is what the WNBA is really about. So while the league's figuring out what to do next, Clark's already 10 steps ahead. She's showing everyone that you don't need to shout to be heard. Sometimes the quietest voice is the strongest. Alright, let's recap this wild ride. Alyssa Thomas, once a WNBA hero, is now suspended for racist comments. The league didn't mess around, they shut it down fast. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's staying cool through all this drama. The WNBA just showed us they're not playing around anymore. Racism, not in their league. This might be the start of something big. We're talking a whole new WNBA where how you act off the court matters just as much as how you play on it. Think about it. The league's growing fast, bringing in tons of new fans. But now they've got to keep things under control. It's like they're trying to throw the biggest party ever, but without any party crashers. Only time will tell how this all plays out. But one thing's for sure, the game has changed, both on and off the court. Hey, thanks for joining us on this journey through some of the most exciting times in WNBA history. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. In order to stay up to date on everything from women's basketball to other sports, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go!